Welcome, my dear students, on a new lecture on functional analysis. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about a special class of Hilbert space, separable Hilbert space, and the existence of an orthonormal set and its relation with regards to separability. So, in this video, we will discuss about the concept of isomorphism in a Hilbert space. So, if you are given with two Hilbert space H and H tilde, it is quite natural to seek whether or not these two spaces are actually isomorphic, meaning they are structurally same, whether or not the two spaces are structurally same. So even though the two spaces may not have the same elements, they may not have the same operation, but structurally they may be same. So we have to define the structural similarity of two spaces in general. This is called the isomorphism. So two spaces H and two Hilbert spaces H and H tilde are said to be isomorphic if there exists a bijective linear operator T from H to H tilde which preserves inner product. So an isomorphism of a Hilbert space H to H tilde over the same field is a bijective linear map T from H to H tilde which preserves inner product. That is, for all x comma y element of H, inner product Tx comma Ty should be equal to inner product xy, where Tx and Ty are elements of H tilde. So, നമ്മൾ രണ്ട് ആർബിട്രറി ഹിൽബർട്ട് സ്പേസസ് തരുന്നു എച്ച് ആൻഡ് എച്ച് ടിൽഡ വിച്ച് ഈസ് ഡിഫൈൻഡ് ഓൺ ദ സെയിം ഫീൽഡ്. എച്ചിൽ നിന്ന് എച്ച് ടിൽഡയിലേക്ക് ഇഫ് ദർ എക്സിസ്റ്റ് എ ബൈജക്റ്റീവ് ലീനിയർ മാപ്പ് ആൻഡ് വിച്ച് പ്രിസർവ്സ് ഇന്നർ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് വിച്ച് മീൻസ് ദാറ്റ് ഇമേജസിൻ്റെയും എലമെൻസിൻ്റെയും ഇന്നർ പ്രോഡക്ട്സ് ഷുഡ് ബി സെയിം. If that happens, if at all there exists such a function, then we say that the two spaces are isomorphic. Such a function is called an isomorphism. So what does this mean? So if there exists a bijective linear map from a space onto another space, then they are structurally same. As a vector space, they have the same structure. As an inner product space, they are same. Algebraically, in general, they are same. Even though they may have different set of elements, different set of operation, structurally or algebraically, they must be same. That's what this means. Now the question is, can you define an isomorphism from H to H tilde, or can you say that the two spaces are isomorphic without actually using the definition? രണ്ട് ആർബിട്രറി സ്പേസ് നമുക്ക് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഹിൽബർട്ട് സ്പേസ് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. Can you find an isomorphism from one space to another? It is not an easy task to find such a bijective linear map which preserves the structure. It is not an easy task in the case of Hilbert space or in general any space. But we need some other properties for some other characterization which are essential to establish the isomorphism between two spaces. നമുക്ക് ഡെഫിനിഷൻ അല്ലാതെ വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ക്യാരക്ടറൈസേഷൻ വെച്ചിട്ട് can you define or can you understand that the two spaces are actually isomorphic? That's what next result actually deals with. And it deals with another concept called Hilbert dimension. So the concept is that every Hilbert space contains, or some class of Hilbert space contains, a total orthonormal set. And the number of elements of a total orthonormal set if it is finite, is called the Hilbert dimension. And every element of a Hilbert space, if it has a total orthonormal set, can be interpreted as a linear combination of this orthonormal set from the previous result. And also, the number of the cardinality of the total orthonormal set in a Hilbert space is called the Hilbert dimension. Also, remember that a total orthonormal set is not always the basis, but every element in the Hilbert space can be expressed as a linear combination of this total orthonormal set, or this total orthonormal set actually spans the space. And there may not exist two different orthonormal sets on a Hilbert space having two different cardinalities. So using this idea, we define the isomorphism. That is, two spaces have isomorphic, or there exists an isomorphism from one space to another space if and only if they have the same Hilbert dimension, meaning every total orthonormal set from the first space has the same cardinality as every total orthonormal set in the second space. If at all, every orthonormal set, total orthonormal set in the two spaces have the same cardinality, then we can say that the two spaces are actually isomorphic. This is actually a very good characterization in the case of isomorphism. You do not need to find a bijective function or any other function for that matter. You only need to check whether or not the total orthonormal set in the two spaces have the same cardinality. If that happens, then the two spaces are actually isomorphic. So we can formally state that theorem. So theorem is two Hilbert spaces H and H tilde, both real or complex, are isomorphic if and only if they have the same Hilbert dimension, or if two Hilbert spaces have same cardinality of the total orthonormal set, then we say that the spaces are actually isomorphic. So ഇത് നമ്മൾ ഹിൽബർട്ട് ഡയമെൻഷൻ വെച്ചിട്ട് ടോട്ടൽ ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റിൻ്റെ കാർഡിനാലിറ്റി വെച്ച് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് കൃത്യമായിട്ട് എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും ഒരു രണ്ട് സ്പേസ് തമ്മിൽ ഐസോമോർഫിക് ആണോ അല്ലയോ എന്ന്. ദിസ് ഓൾസോ മീൻസ് ദാറ്റ് എവരി ടോട്ടൽ ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റ് ഇൻ എ സ്പേസ് ഹാസ് സെയിം കാർഡിനാലിറ്റി. ബിക്കോസ് ഞാനൊരു സ്പേസ് എച്ച് എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എച്ച് ഈസ് ഐസോമോർഫിക് ടു ഇറ്റ് സെൽഫ്, വിച്ച് മീൻസ് ദാറ്റ് ഇഫ് യു കൺസിഡർ any two total orthonormal set on that space, it should have the same Hilbert dimension, which meaning it should have the same cardinality. So this theorem can also be interpreted as every two total orthonormal set on a Hilbert space have the same cardinality. Okay, some state the theorem as such. So let us prove this theorem. So what we need to prove is, first we have to assume that H and H tilde are isomorphic. Then we have to prove that both the space have the same Hilbert dimension. Then conversely, we have to assume that the spaces H and H tilde have same Hilbert dimension. We have to find a function which is bijective, which preserves the structure property, which is linear, so that the two spaces are isomorphic. That's what we need to establish. First, part A, assume that H and H tilde are isomorphic. Assume that H and H tilde are isomorphic. Then by definition, there exists a bijective linear map T from H to H tilde such that inner product Tx, Ty should be equal to inner product Xy. what we need to establish is that they have the same Hilbert dimension, or every total orthonormal set in H has the same cardinality as the total orthonormal set in H tilde. What we are going to establish is that we will prove that every orthonormal set in H is mapped onto another orthonormal set in H tilde. So we will establish that orthonormal set in H is mapped onto orthonormal set in H tilde. So let M be an orthonormal set in H. Then for all x and y element of H, if x and y are distinct, then we say that inner product xy is equal to 0. So x and y is equal to 0 whenever x not equal to y, and x is equal to y implies inner product x which should be equal to 1. Now we have already proved that there exists a bijective linear map which preserves structure from H to H tilde. So inner product xy should be equal to inner product tx ty. So x and y are orthogonal implies tx and ty are orthogonal. And x and y, if x is equal to y, inner product xx is equal to 1 implies inner product tx equal to 1. So which means that corresponding to every element x in M, there exists another element tx in H tilde. And also, since T is a bijective map, which means that for all x in M, there exists a unique tx in H tilde. And since T maps orthonormal set onto orthonormal, which means that T of M is also orthonormal. And cardinality of T of M is equal to cardinality of M, or the total orthonormal set is mapped onto the total orthonormal set. If M is a total orthonormal set in H, it is mapped onto another total orthonormal set in H tilde, and they have the same cardinality, which means that H and H tilde has the same Hilbert dimension. സോ എച്ചിനും എച്ച് ടിൽഡയ്ക്കും സെയിം ഹിൽബർട്ട് ഡയമെൻഷൻ ആണെന്ന് എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി വി എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ദാറ്റ് T maps every total orthonormal set, or in general an orthonormal set, onto another orthonormal set. അതാണ് നമ്മൾ എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്തത്. where T is a bijective linear map from H to H tilde. അപ്പോൾ എം എന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റിന് എച്ച് എടുത്തു. എമ്മിൻ്റെ അകത്തെ ഏത് രണ്ട് എലമെൻറ്റ്സ് എടുത്തെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും ഇഫ് ദ എലമെൻറ്റ്സ് ആർ നോട്ട് ഈക്വൽ ദെൻ ദേ ആർ ഓർത്തോഗണൽ, ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് ദ എലമെൻറ്റ്സ് ആർ ഈക്വൽ ദെൻ ദർ നോം ഈസ് ആക്ച്വലി 1. നൗ ടി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു ബൈജക്റ്റീവ് ലീനിയർ മാപ്പ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഇന്നർ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് എക്സ് വൈ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ഇന്നർ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ടി എക്സ് ടി വൈ. അപ്പോൾ എക്സും വൈയും ഓർത്തോഗണലാണെങ്കിൽ കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് ആയിട്ട് ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്ന ടി എക്സും ടി വൈയും ഓർത്തോഗണലായിരിക്കും. ആൻഡ് എക്സ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു വൈ ആകുമ്പോൾ നോം എക്സ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു 1 implies norm of tx is equal to 1. So which means that norm x 1 ആണെങ്കിൽ norm tx ഉം 1 തന്നെയായിരിക്കും. സോ ഇവിടുത്തെ ഓരോ എക്സിനും കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് ആയിട്ട് ഇവിടെ ഒരു ടി എക്സ് ഉണ്ട്. സോ എക്സുകളുടെ എല്ലാം കളക്ഷൻ എക്സും വൈ ഓർത്തോഗണലാണെങ്കിൽ ടി എക്സും ടി വൈയും ഓർത്തോഗണലാണ്. സോ ഇവിടുത്തെ എലമെൻറ്റ്സ് എല്ലാം പെയർ വൈസ് ഓർത്തോഗണലാണെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഇമേജസിൻ്റെ കളക്ഷനും പെയർ വൈസ് ഓർത്തോഗണലാണ്. ഈച്ച് എലമെൻറ്റ് ഹാസ് നോം 1, ദ ഇമേജ് ഓൾസോ ഹാസ് ദ നോം 1. സോ ഇവിടുത്തെ ഒരു ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റ് എടുത്താൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഇമേജ് ടി എം എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഇമേജും ഒരു ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റായിരിക്കും. ഇനി ടി ഒരു ബൈജക്റ്റീവ് ലീനിയർ മാപ്പ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഏത് എക്സ് എലമെൻറ്റ് ഓഫ് എം എടുത്താലും അതിൻ്റെ ഇമേജായിട്ട് ഒരു യുണീക്ക് ടി എക്സ് കാണും. സോ വിച്ച് മീൻസ് ദാറ്റ് ബൈജക്ഷൻ, if there exists a bijection between two different sets, then they have the same cardinality. So since there exists a bijection between M and Tm, then we can say that cardinality of Tm and cardinality of M are actually same. അപ്പോൾ ഏതൊരു ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റിനെയും ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റിലോട്ടാണ് മാപ്പ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, and they have the same cardinality. So which means that every total orthonormal set is mapped onto another total orthonormal set, and they both of them have the same cardinality. And also cardinality of the total orthonormal set is called the Hilbert dimension. Okay, so which means that the Hilbert dimension of H and the Hilbert dimension of H tilde are actually same. So രണ്ട് സ്പേസസ് ഐസോമോർഫിക് ആണെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ Hilbert dimension are actually same. Now conversely, we have to assume that the Hilbert dimension are same, then we have to prove that the two spaces are isomorphic. Now conversely, assume that H and S tilde have the same Hilbert dimension. We have to prove that H and S tilde are isomorphic. If H is equal to set 0, then if H is equal to only set 0, then clearly H tilde also is equal to set 0. Okay, its dimension is actually 0. Now let us assume that H is not equal to set 0. So it contains at least one non-zero element. Then S tilde is also not zero, because given that the two spaces are same Hilbert dimension. So if the dimension of H is equal to 0, Hilbert dimension H is equal to 0, the Hilbert dimension of H tilde also equal to 0. Hilbert dimension H is equal to 0 means H contains only 0 element. Hilbert dimension of H tilde is equal to 0 means H tilde contains only 0 element. So next assume that let M and M tilde be the total orthonormal sets in H and S tilde respectively. Then since the Hilbert dimension is same by our assumption, M and M tilde have the same number of elements. So let us order our M to be collection EK and M tilde to be collection EK tilde. M and M tilde have the same number of elements because we have assumed that Hilbert dimension of H and H tilde are actually same. Now we have to prove that H and H tilde are isomorphic. So we construct an isomorph from H to H tilde. Since collection EK is an total orthonormal set in H, we can say that every X element of H has the representation x is equal to summation over k inner product x ek times ek. This is a finite sum if m is finite. This is a series, infinite series, if m is actually infinite. And if it is a series, this series is always convergent. We have already established that because these are Fourier coefficients. Now define Tx as the image of x as x tilde, which is defined as summation over k inner product xek times ek tilde. And this is also a series if the sum is infinite, and this series is a linear combination of the total orthonormal sets ek tilde, which is in h tilde. So this series, if the number of elements is infinite, is convergent, and also this x tilde is an element in h tilde because this ek tilde is a total orthonormal set in h tilde, and this is a linear combination of that, and its linear combination should be in the space h tilde. So Tx, which is defined as x tilde, which is the image of x, is an element in h tilde. So we have associated an element x to another element x tilde in h tilde. Now we have to prove that this T satisfies the conditions, the required condition. First thing is we have to prove that T is linear. So T is linear. So let x1 comma x2 element of H and alpha beta be scalars. Then T of alpha x1 plus beta x2 should be equal to, by definition, summation over k inner product of, instead of x we can substitute alpha x1 plus beta x2. Here this x is transformed onto the here. Inner product alpha x1 plus beta x2 comma ek of ek tilde. Now the properties of inner product, we can formally state this as summation over k inner product alpha x1 ek times ek tilde plus inner product beta x2 ek times ek tilde. Now this sum is actually either it's a finite sum, or if it's an infinite series, this is convergent. So we can split up the sum. So this should be equal to summation over k. We can take alpha outside, alpha times inner product x1 ek times ek tilde plus summation over k beta times inner product x2 ek times ek tilde. Now this is actually equal to alpha times summation over k inner product x1 ek times ek tilde plus beta times summation over k x2 ek times ek tilde. Now this is by definition is Tx1. This is by definition is Tx2. So this part is Tx1 and this part is Tx2. So we can write the answer as alpha times Tx1 plus beta times Tx2. So T of alpha x1 plus beta x2 is alpha times Tx1 plus beta times Tx2. So T is actually linear. So we have proved the first part. T is linear. Now secondly, we have to prove that T preserves inner product. So for that, inner product xy. This can be written as 1 by 4 times norm of x plus y the whole square minus norm of x minus y the whole square by parallelogram law. Now inner product Tx Ty should be similarly equal to 1 by 4 times inner product Tx plus Ty the whole square minus Tx minus Ty the whole square. We have already proved that T is linear, so this can be written as 1 by 4 times inner product T of x plus y the whole square minus inner product T of x minus y the whole square. So we have to prove that this should be inner product Tx the whole square T of x plus y the whole square if it is norm of T of x plus y the whole square is norm of x plus y the whole square and norm of T of x minus y the whole square is norm of x minus y the whole square, then this part becomes 1 by 4 times norm of x plus y the whole square minus norm of x minus y the whole square, which becomes inner product xy. So in order to prove this, we only have to prove that norm of Tx the whole square should be equal to norm of x square. അതാണ് നമുക്ക് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. കാരണം ഇവിടെ norm of T of x plus y the whole square ന് പകരം if norm of Tx plus y the whole square is equal to norm of x plus y the whole square ഉം norm of T of x minus y the whole square is equal to norm of x minus y the whole square ഉം ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ this part becomes inner product xy. So in order to prove this, we call this as equation number A. In order to prove this, we need to establish norm of Tx the whole square should be equal to norm of x the whole square for all x. അതാണ് നമുക്ക് എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. So norm of Tx the whole square, which by definition Tx ന്റെ definition അനുസരിച്ച് which should be equal to Tx inner product Tx Tx, it should be equal to summation over k inner product xek times ek tilde comma summation over k xek times ek tilde. Which by expansion is equal to, we can take this first part in the summation over k. This is constant. Inner product xek common എടുക്കാം. Similarly second part ൽ നിന്ന് constant common എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ conjugate inner product xek conjugate times ek tilde comma ek tilde. ek tilde എന്നുള്ളത് ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ സെറ്റിൻ്റെ അകത്തെ എലമെൻറ്റ്സ് ആണ്. സോ ദിസ് ഷുഡ് ബി ഈക്വൽ ടു 1. നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഇൻഡെക്സ് മാറ്റിയും എഴുതാം. ഇവിടെ കെ എന്നും ഇവിടെ ജെ എന്നും എഴുതാം. ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് ഓൾസോ എസെൻഷ്യലി കെ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ജെ ആകുമ്പോൾ മാത്രം ഉള്ള ടേംസ് 1 കിട്ടും ഈ പാർട്ട്. ബാക്കി എല്ലാ ടേംസും 0 കിട്ടും. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ കളക്ഷൻ ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ കളക്ഷൻ ആയതുകൊണ്ട്. സോ ദിസ് ബിക്കംസ് summation over k a into a conjugate, which should be equal to modulus of inner product x ek the whole square. ഇനി this should be equal to norm x square using Parseval's relation. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ സെറ്റ് എം എന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ കളക്ഷനാണ്. ആൻഡ് എച്ച് ഇസ് എ ഹിൽബർട്ട് സ്പേസ്. ഒരു സെറ്റ് അതിനകത്ത് ഓർത്തോനോർമൽ ആകണമെങ്കിൽ it should satisfy Parseval's relation by theorem 3.6.3. So please quote that theorem. So our space is a Hilbert space and Ek is a orthonormal set. So which means that summation over k modulus of inner product xek the whole square should be equal to norm x square. So we have proved that norm of tx the whole square should be equal to norm x the whole square for all x element of it. So in equation number 1 we can substitute inner product tx ty which was 1 by 4 times norm of t of x plus y the whole square minus norm of t of x minus y the whole square, which should be equal to 1 by 4 times t of x plus y the whole square is ഇവിടെ x ന്റെ പകരം x plus y വന്നു, which is norm of x plus y the whole square minus norm of x minus y the whole square, which by definition is or parallelogram inequality is inner product xy. So inner product tx ty should be equal to inner product xy. So this maps preserves inner product. So രണ്ട് result ആയി. This map is linear, it preserves inner product. Now we have to prove that it is a bijection. Now to prove that T is a bijection. So for that first we have to prove that T is 1 1. So assume that Tx is equal to Ty. You have to prove that Tx is equal to Ty implies x is equal to y, which implies Tx minus Ty is equal to 0, which implies T of x minus y is equal to 0. T linear ആയതുകൊണ്ട് we have already proved that. This is equal to 0 implies norm of T of x minus y is equal to 0. Now previous result in the norm of tx the whole square is equal to norm x square, square root എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ which implies norm tx is equal to norm x എന്ന് കിട്ടും. That is norm of t of x minus y equal to 0. Norm of t of x minus y is norm of x minus y. This is equal to 0 implies norm of x minus y equal to 0, which implies x minus y is equal to 0, which implies x is equal to y. So tx is equal to ty implies x is equal to y എന്ന് കിട്ടി. So which means that t is actually a 1 1 map. Now prove that t is onto. So t is onto. So for that we consider an arbitrary x tilde which is in y or h tilde which is equal to summation k alpha k ek tilde in h tilde. Since ek tilde is an orthonormal sequence, this is either a finite sum or an infinite series, and the infinite series converges by theorem 3.5.2 if and only if summation over k modulus of alpha k the whole square, which in our case is actually summation over k modulus of inner product xek the whole square, and by Bessel's inequality this is less than or equal to norm x square. This positive quantity sum ആണ്, so this is less than infinity. So which means that this series actually converges. So because by theorem 3.5.3 if ek tilde is a class of orthonormal sequence, then this series converges if and only if this series converges, and this series should be equal to this form because we consider a sum of this form where alpha k is equal to inner product xek, which by means of Bessel's inequality is less than or equal to norm x square, and which is a finite one. Okay, so this summation k alpha k ek tilde is either a finite sum or an infinite series. In both cases it converges, and associated with this we have another sum summation k alpha k ek, and this is a series associated with this, and this is a finite sum or a series, and this series converges because this series converges if and only if summation over k modulus of alpha k the whole square converges, which is less than infinity by this result. So this series is always converges. Okay, now take that as x. So take x is equal to summation over k alpha k ek, and associated with every x tilde we have found an x which is of the form summation k alpha k ek. Now we define tx as x tilde, where x tilde is equal to summation over k alpha k ek tilde, which is equal to summation over k alpha k is chosen to be inner product x ek ek tilde, which by definition was our tx. That's why we can say that tx is equal to x tilde. Okay, so x tilde is equal to tx എന്ന് കിട്ടി. സോ നമ്മൾ x tilde എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു ആർബിട്രറി എലമെൻ്റ് എടുത്തു, x tilde. Associated with that there exists an x element of h such that tx is equal to x tilde. So t is on 2. So t is 1 1 and t is on 2. So t is a bijection. So t is a bijection, t is linear, t preserves inner product, and t is a map from h to h tilde, which means that t is an isomorphism. So t is an isomorphism. So which means that h and h tilde are isomorphic. So രണ്ടാമത്തെ പാർട്ടും ശരിയായി. എച്ചിൻ്റെയും എച്ച് ടിൽഡയുടെയും ഹിൽബർട്ട് ഡയമെൻഷൻ സെയിം ആണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ദ സ്പേസസ് ആർ ഐസോമോർഫിക്. ഓക്കെ, സോ രണ്ട് സ്പേസസ് ഹിൽബർട്ട് സ്പേസസ് ഐസോമോർഫിക് ആണെന്ന് എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യാൻ വി ഓൺലി ഹാവ് ടു ചെക്ക് വെദർ ഓർ നോട്ട് the Hilbert dimensions are actually same. Thank you.